Welcome to class, students. My name is Andre Forrester and I'm going to be doing a little lesson with you all this afternoon. So today we're going to be doing a lesson on multiple meaning words. So we're going to go through and we're going to explore this particular concept and see what we can learn or review if you have already learned it on this particular topic. So main objectives, we're going to define that term there, that multiple meaning words that we're going to be talking about. We're going to define that, right? We're going to use context, something called context, for those of you who may not already know what it is, to decipher meaning and writing when it comes to those multiple meaning words. And we're going to use multiple meaning words for ourselves with the proper context. So we'll explore that shortly. Good. So the word multiple meaning words, it can be broken down. You have multiple and you have meanings. Good. So multiple means many, there's more than one. And of course we have the meanings, which is according to how the word exactly is used. So that's what they mean by multiple meaning words. They are words with same spelling, they sound the same, but they have different meanings to them. Good. So depending on how they are used, that is what will tell you what the meaning of that word actually is in the sentence or paragraph or however you're getting it. Good. So as I said, same spelling, sound alike, but have different meanings to them. So we have a little picture flying up here and we have one going there. And the word that can actually come with those two, the fly landed on the food. FLY, same fly, and you would know that they are talking about this particular insect here. On the other hand, however, the bat is the only mammal that can fly. Same spelling, same FLY, but the meaning there is different. What they are talking about there is moving through the air, in this case with wings. So, same spelling, different meaning, multiple meaning word. So we have the word pool. So here we have a picture of a nice pool, and as one of the meanings of that word. But some of you would know that there's another possible meaning to that same word, same spelling and everything, that word pool. And that's the game pool. So you have two different meanings here, and this would qualify the word pool as a multiple meaning word. Right? Another word we have is the word mine. We have a mine where you go to extract different ores and different jewels and different things like diamonds or even an iron or silver mine. And then you have it is mine, a word that shows your belonging. So we have the cat there showing that that blender is his, right? So it shows the belonging, or in the other case, it's a type of mine, it's a location that you go to extract different things and different ores, right? So the word light. So you have light as in the weight is not very much. So if something is very light, then that's one meaning of it. So a feather, light as a feather, some of you would have heard. And then you have lights like light bulbs. So two different kinds, and depending on the way that I were to use it in a sentence, you would know which one I am talking about. Good. So what we're going to do is, a few of these words should be words that you all would have come across. And more than likely you would know that these words have different meanings. So what we're going to do is we're going to match the words in the center with the two meanings that they can have here. So we're going to read the words first, and then we're going to go through the meanings to the left, the meanings to the right. And afterwards we're going to try to match them. So see if you know the different things that I'm talking about with each of these words. So go ahead, feel free to read along with me. So we have tip, current, nails, ring, swing, and bat. Good, so those are the words that we are dealing with. So let's deal with some possible meanings. Of course they are out of order, so you will have to decipher where they're supposed to be and match them accordingly. Either in your head, or if you're a fast writer, you can write it down or whatever. Right, so the first one. To move or cause something to move back and forth. So that's the first meaning, and you could think about what word that might go with off the top of your head. A tool for hitting a ball in a sport like cricket. There's another meaning there. So a small piece of advice. Another one. A small metal spike that can be pounded into wood with a hammer. Again, because you may know these words, some of the meanings may come to you as soon as you hear them. a sound made by a phone to let you know that a call is coming in. And lastly, on this side, belonging to the present time. So see if you could think about which of these words go with which of these meanings. Every word has one meaning on either side, so it will only match to one word on this side, and then we go to the other side. So the other one, the pointed end of something. Good. Next one, the covering at the tip of human fingers. Other meaning, a river's flow. Next one, a seat held by ropes on which a person can swing back and forth. Second to last one now, a small circular band worn on the finger. And last one, a flying mammal. So we have these words and we're going to go through the two meanings for each one of them, because each of these words is a multiple meaning word. So let's start with tip. So for tip, the two meanings would be the pointed end of something. So you have like a pencil. So the end of the pencil, you'll call it the tip. And you also have a small piece of advice. So if somebody you ask a question decides to give you a tip, give you a little bit of advice, that's the other meaning for it there. So we have current. The first meaning for current that you would have gotten, a river's flow. So the way the river is flowing would be the current of that river. And the second one would be all the way down to the bottom, belonging to the present time. So it's current, it's happening now, currently going on. Right, so nails. The covering of the tip of human fingers, say a fingernail, that's the nail that they're talking about there. And the other one, a small metal spike that can be pounded into wood with a hammer. So you have those different nails. And yes, there are different kinds of nails that might go into concrete and whatever, but for this particular meaning, we're sticking with wood. So ring now. A small circular band worn on the finger. So you have rings, that will be one type, one particular meaning of that word. And the second one, a sound made by a phone to let you know that a call is coming in. So your phone is ringing. That's the other one that they're referring to. Second to last one now, swing. A seat held by ropes on which a person can swing back and forth. So a swing set, that's the kind of swing they're talking about. And it goes back and forth as you sit on it and build momentum. And the next one, to move or cause something to move back and forth. So you have the action and you have the thing. Right, so you're swinging your hand or you're swinging on the swing, and then the swing itself is another one. And lastly, bat, a flying mammal. So you would have seen one on the previous slide. You might see some flying around in the night time or whatever. So it's a flying mammal referred to as a bat. And last one, a tool for hitting a ball in a sport like cricket. So you have your cricket bat, you have your whatever. So each of those words there have more than one meaning to them. And that's what we mean by multiple meaning word. So good job on that one. Right. So what do we use in order to identify which meaning is actually being referred to by the reader? Right. So in order to do that, we use a thing called context. So context is the part of something that is written or spoken that gives clues to clarify its meaning. So if you have something written down and there's a part of it that might be unsure to you, context can help you figure out the meaning that they're talking about there. Right? So the fly landed on the food. Through context, you can get some hints, some context clues that will let you know which meaning of the word fly I'm talking about. And which meaning do you think that I'm referring to there? Right, so this one would be the insect. Good? So based on context, that's what you would have used to figure out the meaning of that word. Good job. So now we're going to practice using that context, because believe it or not, you use it all the time. Right? It's something that you would have learned growing up, and you may not know what it's called, but that doesn't mean you've never used it. So see if you could use it again now consciously, and use context to find the meaning of the words that are going to be in red, and see if we can and get which meaning we're talking about. So the man lifted the light dumbbell. Right? So the man lifted the light dumbbell. So we have two options. We have this one. We have that one. Are we talking about light as in weight, as in it's not something very heavy, or are we talking about light as in like a light bulb, like something bright? Think about it and pick which one you think it would be, which picture would represent that particular contextual meaning of the word light. Right? So the man lifted a light dumbbell, it would be that one. So the picture itself is a very big hint because there is a man holding up the dumbbell, and it's showing you that it's not weighing a lot because he is able to hold it with a single finger. Let's try another one. If I could, I would love to be able to fly. So previously we spoke about the fly landing on the food. This time we're talking about being able to fly. So would it be the same meaning there is what you have to ask yourself. And through context we would know that, of course, no, it's not the same meaning. This fly or the ability to fly. Those are the two options that you have there. And if you were paying attention, you would know that the correct answer would be the ability to fly. So even though we have birds there, the word that we're referring to is fly, and birds, of course, are most famous for being able to fly, even though not all of them can. So good stuff. Good job. So now we can identify which meaning is being referred to using that context. Right? So we're going to use context to give meaning to our readers now. So instead of being the ones to use context to find it out, we are going to put those clues in so that when somebody is reading our work, they can also get the answers as well. They can know what we are talking about, and it's a lot less confusing. Right? So you're getting two pictures this time. A picture and two sentences this time. So you're going to pick the sentence that has the same meaning as the word shown in that picture. So you're going to have two, and if you were writing, which one would you use to refer to which picture? Right. So we have pool. First sentence would be, I can't swim, so I'll stay out of the pool. And the second sentence is, my father bought a pool table. So this is the kind of pool I want you to be referring to when you are picking which sentence you are actually going to use. And the wrong answer will float away. So see if you can think about which one they're referring to. Are they referring to as the pool to swim or the pool game to play? Right. So my father bought a pool table. So that's the pool that they're referring to there. Right. So through use of context, your reader will also have that hint and they will know what you are talking about. Right. This time we have saw. I saw you at the dance last week, and I need a saw to help me cut the board. And we have the picture of which one I want you to be referring to. It's, again, the picture is a nice little hint here, and it will help you when it's time for you to practice now, for you to visualize what you want your reader to see. So which one do you think is the correct sentence to be used when referring to this object? Right, I need a saw to help me cut the board. So this is the saw that you would use if you were going to cut a board. Right? The other one might be I saw you last week. It's the past tense of see. It's a different meaning even though it has the same spelling. Hence the multiple meaning to the word. Right. So we have the word watch now. My father has a very nice watch. And can you come watch me play? So those are the two sentences that we have. And which one would they be referring to when you use this picture as your little hint? Think about it. Give me an answer. And see if you're correct. Right. My father has a very nice watch. They're referring to the material thing, the object of watch, the thing that lets you be able to tell time. Very good. Another one now. So we have train. So my friend is going to train for the Olympics, and I have never seen a train before. So which train are they talking about? They are talking about when you have your coach and your coach is helping you to get better at something, or are they referring to the vehicle that travels over land and holds a lot of people? Which train are they referring to there? And the picture will give you the hint that it's actually, I have never seen a train before. So that's the one they're referring to on this particular one. So you all have done very, very good. Right. So what I want you to do is if you have any more needs, feel free to have your parents visit learn.moe.gov.tt for any ECC primary and secondary needs.